Here we are. The village. I said that I was going to go live today to tell you more about the village, and it's a very in-depth project that I want to create, but I will keep it short and concise and just explain you right now the basic for now and the first half, because they're two halves. And right now we're starting with the first half. So as I promised you from the beginning, I'm done with manipulation. I'm done with deceiving. I'm done with lurking you into something and kind of telling you how shit your life is. And if you do this and this and this step, how amazing your life will be. I am really trying to create the village and what follows from the village in a very, very open, honest, human way, because I think yeah, that's the new time, isn't it? That is what it's needed. And I just invite you to listen to this new project and to feel into you whether it is something for you, whether you resonate with it or you don't. And that's it. And also saying that, having said that, I don't want to deceive you or, like lurk you into something. I'm going to straight away talk about the money side, which usually is being left till the end. Or then at the end, you get kind of, here's the link for a phone call, and then you get talked into something. So I'm going to also be very open about the pricing, about everything. So you know where you're at, and then you can decide freely. And that's why I start with the money. So that's over. You don't need to wait till the end. You can decide from the beginning. Okay, yes, no. And then we go into depth about what it is actually the village, what idea lies behind, what philosophy lies behind this idea, and everything else. And of course, if you have questions, if you want to dive deeper into it, please leave me a message and I'll get back to you. So for this starting period, which the village is something that is not a program that I've done, but it is going to be something that will be adjusted to you, to those that are in the village. So it is a real live, in the moment process and adjusting. And now I lost it. Anyway, to really dive a little bit deeper into it, and there are a few things that I would like to discuss in a smaller group and see how it goes. I've decided to not start with a full program yet, but to start with a pilot group. And this pilot group will cost €90 for 6 months. And that's the whole. So it's nearly kind of a gift. And with that, you allow me as well to experiment a bit more, let's say it in that way. But also I would like you to feedback, to comment, to let me use your feedback for outside, and to dive deeper into what it is that you specifically need for your alignment, for your dreams to happen, to become true. So after that, after the 6 months, this program will cost per year €499 to start. That's right now the price. And I only will sell that as a year program, because I am, after all the coachings, after everything I've done myself, I'm utterly convinced that we don't grow in a weekend, and we don't change and bring into reality what we truly want in a weekend workshop. It just doesn't work. That's not reality. My reality, and the reality of so many customers and people I've worked with, is that it takes time, and I much prefer to kind of pursue that path of 1% per day, growing slowly and steadily towards where you want to go, or to find yourself. A lot of people are still in the process of trying to find themselves, to align with their life path. So that doesn't happen in a weekend. That will happen slowly. So that's why I would like people to commit for a year to themselves, and really go step by step and not have the hurry and the pressure to have everything solved in a weekend or in a 2 weeks course. So that's the start of it. Now we've done the pricing. we got that one sorted. And now we go to the really interesting part, which is the village. And the village is, I mean, the name says it already. The village is like a togetherness. It's starting to support each other, starting to use the resources that each of us brings into this world, starting to use those resources for each other and in the outside. So the village is based on 2 pillars, let's say. The first pillar is the I, yourself, which I just believe that we'll never be finished growing. We'll never be finished healing. There is always something. There is always a little bit more consciousness that we can achieve. There is a little bit more growth that we can achieve. So this pillar of the I, yourself, will be one part of the village where we work on our consciousness, work on, transform, expand. And for that, it's not going to be only me, but with time, I want to bring in teachers, different perspective, different knowledge in it, because I'm also convinced that I don't know any, I know like this, and all of that I can give you and will give you everything I know. But then everyone, has their own point of view, has their own language, has their own words. So I feel that, more people, more knowledge, more expertise, enrich our lives, different points of view. So that is kind of the I part where we develop. Of course, I will be teaching. That's the coaching part, and where other people or other teachers will come in. But then also using the resources of the people that are in the village. Like if we have an expert in astrology, because that expert in astrology would like to align with another part of their life, in the village, and would like to use the resources of the village, then we would use the astrologist. Or if we feel that in the village we need to now dive deep into the subject money and crypto, then we would use, if we have an expert in crypto, and so on and so forth. So the main idea is to start using the resources and the experts in their field, in their knowledge, in their expertise in the village for the village, and keep on expanding. So you have to look at this project not like a one-man show. You have to look at this project like a, growing village. Yeah, that grows further and further and further and further till till we become bigger. So that is the first bit. Then there is the second pillar, which is the we, which is in most of the coachings that I've visited, I've seen, the we is the missing part. I believe so strongly that we need to start coming or going from the solemnity. I need to transform, I need to heal, which is important, yes. But we need to come into a we, into a truly supporting each other, truly connecting, truly using the resources of each other, what the other one has to offer, and also starting to see the resources that the other person has. So the we is where we start really supporting each other. Like, for example, one main aspect of the village is that if you come in and you feel okay, you would like to, I don't know, work on one aspect of you. It can be finding out what you truly want. It can be developing your own business, but it also can be changing one habit. Yeah, the range is huge. So if you figured out, okay, I want to change this habit, then there will be 4 people from the village supporting you in doing so. So this whole moving forward coming into action, not just dreaming, but starting to really go from here, I really desire this, I really want this, into, okay, how am I going to achieve that? And that's where the village is quite different than most of other coaching groups or communities, is that we really go from the feeling, the thinking into the action. So the focus will lie on being active, on starting to manifest what there is in you into the outer world. And that doesn't go without acting. You have to do something, otherwise it won't be seen in the physical world. So one aspect of that is that we support each other truly. The second aspect is that a lot of times what I see is that the reality of it is, even though a lot of people say, well, they manifest money, and if you've manifested money, then yes, you can manifest money. But the reality of it is that for a lot of people, it is very hard. So there is that financial part that is a lot of times inhibiting us to go the next step. So one of the main philosophies of the village is that a percentage of the income of the village will go back into a pot, and that pot will get put into one, or depending how big it is, into people of the village, so that we can start creating reality, also from the financial part. So again, here there is a lot of room for brainstorming and making this pot bigger. The village will give always a percentage back. There is the second idea, which I'm not telling yet. With time, it will come online. But the point is that we will start making this pot bigger and bigger and bigger, so as to dreams and deep desires, no matter what. That is, again, it goes without judging, start becoming reality. Let's say that you've always wanted to do a training. So you would have the support, the peer support of, supporting you to do it, to really put it in action. But on the second level, maybe there is there is some money from that village pot that supports you in the financial part to fulfill that dream. So the we is the part where we start to be active. If my dream of the village is that we start to, on one side, recommend each other, help each other online if so needed, help each other locally if we can connect and live close by, but that we really start to support and kind of dive also a bit deeper into this individualistic thing that we have going on, where everyone thinks they have to fight for themselves, and go away a bit from that and start to think, okay, how can we support each other? If there is someone in the village that it's amazing with numbers, then recommend that person, and so on and so forth. And the second really, really important aspect of the we, and that is something that is really new, and is that we need to start creating spaces. And that's what I'm trying to do, or what I want to do with the village, is create a space where we start to brainstorm, start to figure out ways of creating new, I would call it jobs, because that's how we talk about them. Because the jobs, the studies, the ways that we use each other resources, each other potentials, is so limiting that we need to expand more, even because AI and robotics are going to take a lot, over. So instead of moaning about this aspect of how we are developing, using that for questioning, okay, which kind of jobs can we create? And that is where the village is, where I want the village to have a lot of space in seeing how can we create new jobs? How can we support each other in new ways? How can we think out of the box and make, and that's maybe the last bit of the we, and make this world a tiny bit more how we wish it to be. So the village, summarizing, is a space where if you have stopped dreaming, you've stopped listening to your desires and to your inner voice, that is the space where you regain that. You regain the voice, or you regain the ability to listen to yourself again, to listen to your inner voice, to your desires, to dare to dream again. Also to dare to dream about what the world could look like. And then going from that space, from that place into reality. That is the most important thing. And for that, it takes time. We can't build, like the saying, Rome hasn't been built in 1 month or in 1 day. It has been built over time. So that is how I would like to approach the village. Every day, 1% of growing and growing and going towards where you want to be. And bringing those dreams, the amazing resources that you have, those amazing potentials that are in you, bringing them into the world outside of you. And that can have so many forms and shapes. It's so unbelievable how constricted we are in the possibilities that we've created for us humans. And I just believe so deeply that each of us has their own unique place. We don't need to copy anyone. We don't need to do anything the same as the other one. We are individuals, we are unique, and for each of us there is a space in this world. And that's where I want you to find it and go for it. So I think that is more or less now summarized the village in short. I will be talking more and more about it. The starting point of the pilot group is on the 5th of March. And we will start this pilot group and then move after 1 or 1.5 months into opening up our doors and then go from there. So it is a start. We will go, we will build it step by step together. And if you feel like you would like to change something in your life, that you're ready to move into action, that you're curious about this new thing, that you want to be part of something really new, brainstorming as well about new ideas, how we can make this world better, how we can create space for all the wonderful souls that haven't got yet a title, then you're welcome. Just leave me, I don't know whether I can put a link in here. And on some platforms I can, on others I can't. I have to see. So I will definitely be posting in the stories the link for you to join, and or under the video. If you have questions, please ask. Let's talk about this. And and if you're sure, if your heart calls you, you say yes, you feel a yes, then just book yourself a place. For the pilot group, it is limited spaces, and I don't say that out of a tactic. It's just I want to start with a smaller group and then start from there. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm really, really curious about your thoughts, your comments, and hopefully I see you in the village.